So here's a quick update on the motive power I'll be using for this switching layout. I'm primarily going to be using this Athearn SW1000 locomotive for the switching operations, although I do plan to use other locomotives as well, but the small size of this engine will help to make it a little bit easier to work the layout as I plan to do it. And so I do want to just give a quick overview of that, and also take a look at this, I'm not sure if it's Rokuhan battery-powered train controller, which I do use on my smaller N-scale layouts at train shows, and also just if I want to have it portable without needing an AC outlet. And I'll be using this, which is actually designed for Z-scale layouts, to see how it works with this HO scale locomotive. And we'll give things a little bit of a test run here and see how things work. Okay, so here's a close-up shot of the locomotive, and you can see there is some decent detail. I do have to fix some of the handrails on here, which have gotten kind of bent. Okay, so before we do a little bit of a test run here with the locomotive, I do want to talk briefly about this battery power controller. Again, this is designed for Z scale. It does work really well with N scale as well. It has an 800 milliamp power limit though, so you're not going to be able to use it with larger locomotives. And so really it's more designed for Z and N scale locomotives. You can use it with a small HO locomotive. However, obviously, if you do use it just on battery power, it is going to certainly chew through those batteries fairly quickly. Now, it does take 8 AAA batteries here on the back. It does also have AC power input. And so it does just allow you to turn the power on and off, control direction and your speed. It does have a little thing you can set here to control either your limit on the downside or the upside, so you can move it around to either side. So anyway, these are pretty handy. Again, they do have an AC adapter that you can use. If you do plug in the AC adapter, it does use that instead of the battery, so it won't wear down your batteries if you have them in there. Again, you can also use rechargeable batteries, which works really well, but it is handy when using in a portable setting. So I do like them, and I have used these a few times now on small layouts. So we'll turn the power on, get things set up here. And so some very nice slow speed control as possible. This engine does creep along pretty well. And this is actually the maximum speed I can do. It does only output a maximum of 10 volts, so it's not going to give you a very high speed on an HO scale locomotive. But for a switching layout, this is really all that you would need. And for the track for the layout, I do plan to use this Code 70 micro engineering track. Here's a couple turnouts that I'll be using with the layout, as well as the flex track there on the top. And this micro engineering Code 70 track does have a lot of fine detail on it, as you can see. That does, however, make it a little bit more delicate than some other tracks. I will have to be a little bit more careful with it. It's not quite as sturdy as the Pico track I've used in the past, or the Atlas track. It does also have some detail kits you can use to add some bolt castings and that kind of thing to the frogs and different parts of the actual switch turnout. And so I can detail these turnouts pretty nicely. So anyway, that's a quick update video on the motive power that I'll be using for the switching layout. Also, this is also a test video for myself because I am now using for the first time a DSLR camera to produce these videos. Previously, all the videos I produced have been with my iPhones. This will hopefully give me a little bit better video quality. So anyway, just kind of trying things out, seeing how things look with the new camera. And I'll have another update here before too long, actually laying the track on the new switching layout. Thanks again. Bye.